I am pleased to be here to honor Mel Nanshammer, the first provost at Keene State College. And may I say, he's the best provost at Keene State College. Okay, Mel, so you're the first and only so far. But seriously, the increase in academic acumen brought to this institution, I can credit to your leadership as provost of working with the faculty, with the deans, to make sure that our curriculum was recognized across the nation as an exemplar. Thank you, Mel, for your contributions to this college, and thank you for all that you've done for me as president and working with me.
Well, I met Mel some time ago now, but I specifically recall my first interaction with Mel was over lunch.
When I first met Mel, I was helping with move-in at the freshman move-in day.
And I recall spilling a glass of water on his lap. And in my mind, it was gallons of water, quarts of water. I think it was actually about this much water, but I was very embarrassed.
And I didn't know who Mel was at that time. And I was with all my friends, and we were being vile and swearing and cursing. And
that led to a series of interactions, meeting Mel on Appian Way, and I'd wave to him, and suddenly my briefcase would fall out, everything would end up on the road, but he'd say hello nevertheless. And then I remember a pen exploding in my hand as I'm talking to Mel, all kinds of interesting things.
At the end of the day, Mel came up to us and said, "Do you guys know who I am?" And we're like, "No, who are you?" He goes, I'm Mel, I'm the provost." And I'm like, "Okay, what's the provost?" And he goes, "You know, like the president? Well, I'm the vice president." And we were like, oh my gosh, we were just, what did we say?
Now, what's strange about that is that Mel is one of the most approachable provosts and people in positions of authority that one could imagine. So why it is that I felt that level of anxiety, I have no idea.
What I do think about is how fortunate we in the theater and dance, me in particular, are to have someone that was in such a high position that truly loves and supports the theater and dance, and that loves it and comes to our shows.
I'm very grateful to Mel for his openness about working out of the box when it comes to administrative work.
My favorite moment is to see you in the orchestra while I sit in the loge and I wave at you and you turn around and wave back with a big smile.
A few years back I was applying for sabbatical leave and I submitted a proposal. And it ended up that due to an administrative glitch, I was invited to apply a semester too early.
It makes me really happy to know that you were able to see the work that we were doing and that you truly enjoy it and supported us. Thank you.
Mel read the proposal and got very excited about it and said, no, this thing should happen as soon as possible. And so he bumped up my sabbatical leave. And the end of the story is that we now have a NeuroLab up and running. We're seeing families every Friday, and it's really happening. And I don't know that it would have happened at least so quickly without that kind of out-of-the-box administrative work. So I'm grateful to Mel for being that way.
Hello, everyone, and Mel. It's great to be able to talk to you this way. I do have an incident to share. Maybe we shouldn't call it an incident, but certainly one of the values of Mel as a colleague has always been his ability to tutor me regarding the iPhone.
As far as funny stories, we did once miss a plane together, and that wouldn't be that funny, except we could have completely made the plane.
There was at least one incident where we were traveling and we were in between flights in the airport, and I was a little panicked. My iPhone was brand new, and I was looking at it and working at it and realizing it's broken. It's totally broken. I ruined the iPhone.
We had somehow misinterpreted on our tickets. We'd somehow got it into our heads that the departure time was actually the boarding time. So we just sort of lackadaisically wandered up to the gate as the plane was pulling away.
And Mel came over and sat down and said, in a very short time, "Andy, you have to turn it on."
It wouldn't be funny at all, except that I have never seen Mel obsess about something so much that he had particularly gotten this one thing wrong, and it was kind of fun to see see Mel mess up on that level.
Thank you, Mel. I appreciate your assistance, and I know it's much, much more than iPhone tutoring. It's iPad tutoring as well. But I appreciate you as a colleague. Your collaboration and your insight and your sharing has always been wonderful. Thank you.
Well, I think I also realized something that day, which is about 15 to 20% of what makes Mel work is actually Pat Hitchner. So once she's out of the equation, you know, you don't lose everything, but you lose a little bit of the edge.
So this is for Mel from Nona, with profound apologies to Elizabeth Barrett Browning. How will we miss you? Let me count the ways. We'll miss your cabinet tales, what Concord says. When each day's theater of the absurd bursts, we'll miss your calming voice, your summer shirts. We'll miss you for the passion put to ADP and Red Balloon. We'll miss you 'cause you left for Washington too soon. We'll miss your bounce, your intellectual verve. You'll miss the gonfalons as students go forth to serve. But when the next big Broadway show takes New York City by storm, drop by. We'll keep the keen fires burning warm. When Redfern's Evening of Dance explodes next spring, I'll look for you and Lee to share the joy it brings. Now, who will provide the wry, ironic touch? Who will remind us why we love this work so much?
It was in early fall, must have been around Halloween, because we were coming back from the student center, behind the student center actually, and we looked down and there was this squirrel holding a Baby Ruth bar in his mouth. Do you remember that? We both cracked up. Now whenever I see a Baby Ruth bar, I think of the squirrel and I'll think of you. So take care. We're gonna miss you.
What I remember about Mel that will bring a smile to my face mostly, I think, was his light touch. When we academics were being outrageously academic, often debating some fine point under discussion, with a smile or a glint in his eye, he had a way of reminding us that it was time to just get a grip. For me personally, I'll remember his emails and voicemails that often began, "Hey Gordon." It took me back to my childhood days when kids in the neighborhood would come by after dinner and say, "Hey," and I won't use my childhood nickname, "can you come out and play?" Mel's "Hey Gordon" has always felt like an invitation to come out and play, because whatever it was going to be fun. Hey Mel, it really was fun. Well, mostly.
We'll meet again. Don't know where.
From all of us?
Don't know.
From all of us.
All of us.
Here at Keene State.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your passion and enthusiasm
Have helped Keene State
Write another.
Chapter of its story.
We wish you
Only the best.
only the best.
As you continue
to write your own.
Till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. And will you please say hello to the folks that I know?
So, Mel, this is just for you. If things don't work out in Vancouver, my cousin Sergey says you are a very good person. He likes you a lot, and he says he'll always find you a job in the fish business. So I just want you to know, you call me, I'll call Sergey, we'll work it out.